The Panasonic LUMIX G9II is here and I took it for a short spin. Hi guys, I'm Johnny from CineD, and on my table today is the newly announced Panasonic LUMIX G9II. This new Micro Four Thirds camera is much anticipated by MFT format lovers, and I'm certain that this new model will satisfy the needs of many. Built on the success of its predecessor, the G9II kept its relatively small size and comfortable hand grip. But other than that, it's safe to say that this is a completely new camera. So what can you expect from such a flagship model equipped with a newly designed 25 megapixel sensor and the same processor that can be found in the LUMIX S5 II? Well, let's take a closer look. Before I continue, I would like to highlight two things. One, my short engagement and impression made about the LUMIX G9II is based on a pre-production model, and as such, not everything went smoothly. I have no doubt that Panasonic will continue to refine this product and enhance its performance until it sees the light of day. The G9II is Panasonic's MFT sensor size flagship camera for primarily taking photos. Panasonic has another MFT sensor size flagship camera, that is the GH6, for more demanding video work. Nevertheless, the video capabilities of this new camera have not been neglected, and in fact, depending on your professional needs or type of hobby, perhaps this new LUMIX G9II might be the camera you've been waiting for. The original Panasonic G9 was released more than 5.5 years ago and proved to be extremely beloved and popular. Now, here comes the new camera, not only with a fresher look, but you can tell that Panasonic was very ambitious to make it even better. So I mentioned already the new sensor and Venus processor. What else? For the first time, both photographers and filmmakers will appreciate having a face detection autofocus system with subject recognition in an MFT camera. The OLED EVF is also new and larger than before, with 120 frames per second refresh rate. The same goes for the 3-inch 1.86 million dots LCD screen. Filmmakers will appreciate the large HDMI output connector and, even more importantly, the ability to record ProRes HQ in up to 5.7K externally to an SSD. Personally, I would like to recommend a slightly different solution for external recording instead of recording to an SSD. I successfully used a small CF Express card reader made by Pence Shim together with CF Express cards from Angelbird or Nextorage. There is a downside though for recording ProRes externally. I'm talking about the camera battery, which runs out faster this way. I couldn't measure by minutes, but knowing how well Panasonic's batteries usually holds up, I was surprised to see how relatively fast they drain. So to summarize, for recording with the LUMIX G9II in the highest possible resolution and best available codec, one can set the camera to 5.7K in up to 30p in ProRes HQ externally. When it comes to internal recording, 10-bit 4:2 all intra in up to C4K 60p is available. If you are not so picky about color sampling, 5.8K in up to 30p in 10-bit long-op 420 is also available. 4K at 120 frames per second can be found too, but I did not test it myself. And if you are still seeking for the highest possible HD recording quality, internal ProRes is there for the rescue. Other unique features include a completely new Leica monochrome preset settings next to a real-time LUT recording, which allows importing your favorite look into the camera. This exact feature is borrowed from the LUMIX S5 II. Like with Panasonic cameras in general, the G9II stabilization is working very well, although I advise you to carefully watch the focal length you are using when working with it. Wide shots tend to wobble a bit in the edges. One thing that bothers many of us when filming is how well or not well a camera can handle overheating. Well, I did not face any issues, but certainly additional experimenting is needed. Okay, let me touch on one of the biggest, if not the biggest new feature in this camera. I'm talking about the phase detection autofocus. It is the first time that Panasonic is implementing such a thing in an MFT camera, and I'm sure you're curious to know if it works well. In all honesty, with the pre-production camera that I had, I got mixed results. Let's say that 90% of the time, the continuous autofocus worked well, and for the rest, it was a bit of a hit and miss, up to the point that I had to switch focus to manual mode. And again, I know that Panasonic is very dedicated in working hard to improve the new phase detection autofocus in this camera. There is one additional thing related to focusing, and I want to refer to its joystick. I find that one of the easiest methods of changing focus between objects while running and gunning is to simply use this knob. The thing is, it is extremely sensitive and the pace of moving the focusing box between objects cannot be controlled easily. While working with the camera, I also had a chance to combine it with the Panasonic Leica 100 to 400mm lens. At the time of testing both products, the camera and lens did not communicate well, so a handheld filming was not possible. But the potential for run-and-gun wildlife photography and filming is absolutely there. By the way, if you are a hybrid shooter, make sure to store and assign your favorite settings to a C option, as unfortunately the camera will not remember separate settings like picture profile when changing between video and photo modes. So who is this new camera actually for? From a video perspective, I can easily see small news agencies using it next to independent creators who shoot all kinds of different content but are mostly out in nature. In so many ways, the MFT sensor size is the golden ticket for high resolution, magnification, and camera size. But here comes the pricing question. The G9II will set you back 1,899 euro, or a bit over $2,000. And in this price range, it looks as if it was made to compete directly with the OM1. The question remains if this camera is enough to be able to successfully compete with other APS-C sensor cameras that have gotten smaller and even comparably cheaper over the past years. In the end, I'll let you guys decide, and I'm very curious to hear your thoughts about the new G9II. Is this the Lumix flagship camera that you've been waiting for? Go ahead and share your comments with us in the section below. Thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.